Miss out on this year's MetroCon? Couldn't check out all the awesome events? Then RVT has got you covered. Join the Shades as he presents all the events from this year's convention. What's more, we'll have a live commentary with the cast and crew of the events, sharing backstage stories and more. Here's the lineup. Week 1 ignites the heart with the Metro Fire Show, Kingdom Hearts. Week 2 is on the hunt for ghosts with the Star Party, Spoopernatural. Week 3 looks for hopes and dreams in the Rhythm City Chronicles. Week 4 is all the last with Metro Night Live. Week 5 is a special concert with Caleb Hiles and Jonathan Young. Week 6 is Getting Swifty with the Rick and Morty Stunt Show. Week 6 is Saving the Day with the Superhero Comedy and Stunt Show. Week 8 stops crime at the Fantasy Masquerade. And finally, Week 9 wraps it all up with the Anime Human Combat Chess Match. So come check out the Shades YouTube channel every Monday night starting at 8 p.m. Eastern for all the exciting action. It's MetroCon. Keep the gear turning on.
Superhero time starts now.
Into the midst of this conspiracy steps a small group of heroes. Their adventures will take them far to the north and into the heart of the Empire. They will be both Catspaw and foil. They will be embroiled in politics and war. And they alone will save the Empire from its greatest enemy, the enemy within.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Enemy Within, live here on RVTV. How we all doing, everybody? Yes, folks, it's time for some more exciting TRPG Warhammer action here on RVTV. I'm the Shades, and along with my wife, Lady K, we got the boys with us. Matty Jay, Mike Shell, BioHybrid, and of course, Mildra the Monk. Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing tonight? Well, that just sounds so inviting, doesn't it?
In about 2 days, I'll be a year older.
Level up.
Oh, you should have said that, by you know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yes, I'm well aware.
You shouldn't have done that.
It would have been out any other way.
You got a point.
True, true. Also,
Good.
to paraphrase, not saying the song, fuck you, Thunder! Alright, context. It's gonna rain! And it did rain. And we got a, from what I've been told, the record thunderstorm. And it's funny, I can actually explain to my dad. Modem's still working, the router's dead. Je sais pas. Give me a second.
Yeah, so yeah, basically, he has internet, but the house does not have Wi-Fi. The only lucky thing is that Matty happens to be right next to said modem, so he can be plugged directly in.
And everyone wants to kill him because he's the only one with the internet in the house.
The family wants to kill him. In fact, that's probably... So if you sense any evil, any glances of jealousy and hatred, that's where it's coming from.
Cue the yelling in French Canadian.
Yes.
Anyway, I have to explain the same situation to my dad. Big thunderstorm happened, and everything in my room survived except the router. Modem's still working, which is why I'm still connected. And turns out if the router does work, if we could get another power supply, like my dad wants to get another power supply, everyone else is in the house is doing just get another router. Just get another router. If the bolt was strong enough to kill the TV in the kitchen, come on.
I hope it's at least going to be cheap.
Define cheap. Anyway, so the whole reason I'm actually connected right now is, I'm next to the router, which was by design from father. was like, he wanted easy access to the modem and router. Well, I live next to the internet. Also, if it turns out it turns out we're getting disconnected, that we're gonna try, or it turns out it's just a power supply. I may be disconnected for a few minutes.
Well, I'll just have to hold off for it until then.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, speaking of angry peoples, I was actually an angry people myself this weekend.
Oh, what happened?
Somebody decided they were going to plagiarize one of my fan fictions.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh.
That's a big no-no in the art world.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Oh, they're gonna die 1,000 deaths.
Oh, no. I did something worse. I called their asses out in a comment on the actual story that they posted, because they posted my adult-only fan fiction, which I had on an adult-only website, because, hello, adult, I write smut. I'm just going to come out and say it now.
No big deal.
Anywho, so they posted it on fanfiction.net, which is mostly tweeners. That's a big fucking no-no for me. I ain't going to welcome the banhammer like that. So, they posted the first 6 chapters of my Skyrim fanfiction.
Of course it's Skyrim. Of course it's Skyrim.
No, Matty, you don't understand. I've been working on this story and its sequel for 4.5 years.
Oh shit. Jinx.
Yeah. Ain't nobody taking my fucking work. So, called his ass out in a comment. Oh, wait, this looks familiar. Oh, it's because I'm the original fucking author, dumbass. Guess what? You got 24 hours to take it down, or I'm taking action. Which I wound up having to take action.
Figures. They figured you were bluffing 10-1.
Well,
I know you well enough to know you're not fucking bluffing.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Well, not only did I call his ass out in a comment, but I messaged him, and thankfully I received a message back. He finally took it down yesterday or the day before. It was one of the two. And being the firm but fair person that I am, I actually sent a message back telling him, hey, listen, don't be afraid to take the risk of posting something of your own. Don't plagiarize. That shit ain't cool. And pretty much just trying to give him words of advice of what he needed to do. I mean, for Christ's sake, he's only a kid.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's pretty much been a shit week for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you try to copy someone's shit, put it on the internet, that's no good.
I should Dave you for doing that.
It would be worth it.
Too bad, because I am going to Dave him. Bio, assume the position. Dave!
Thank you, sir. I have another.
Don't push your luck. By the way, it's not even November yet, and already I'm seeing the return of the turkey from hell.
Oh, God.
What?
I'm going to put it up in the general chat for the Discord. You will know it when you see it.
Is it a turkey with a shotgun?
No.
Oh, dear God!
Oh my! What the? Detroit, what the fuck are you doing?
Wait, where's this at?
Under general chat in the Discord server.
What the fuck?
I've seen enough here to know where this is going.
No. No. No.
Zulu turkey.
Can I Dave Mildra for that? Is that a waivable offense?
You know what? Yes, Matty, be my guest. Mildra, assume the fucking position.
Dave.
And another one.
Do I have to get the fucking arrangement?
My vote is yes.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Okay, then the one time that I show up in Florida, you're probably gonna have to owe me. I'm probably gonna have to get hit 4 times with that thing.
4?
I'm going to
4?
I'm
4.
4? That's what I'll be screaming when I whack you.
4. Thwack.
Also, before we start, I gotta give attention to my friends Matthew and Kate in the chat. Hello.
Yeah, we see you there. Welcome to Madness, my friends.
Hello.
Howdy.
Welcome to the jungle.
Those are the ones I mentioned. Those are the ones I mentioned pre-stream.
Yeah,
Right.
I was aware.
Anyway, with the festivities out of the way, I can guarantee you that that tonight we'll have more wins than the Minnesota Twins.
That's not exactly a high bar to cross.
No, it isn't, because Minnesota sports teams grab defeat from the jaws of victory.
Well, more on that later.
But anyway, so last we left off, you had managed to deal with the matter regarding Adele Ketzenblum, and she's pretty much skipped town. The only trouble is, you can't just go announcing that a renowned witch hunter is actually a chaos cultist.
And that's
Yeah,
why
I'm sure
I sent
that'll
out the
cover
letter.
well.
And that's why I sent out the letter before the day ended.
Yeah, but even anybody who reads that letter, they're going to be in a similar position that you are.
That's why it was addressed to the Archlector and him only.
Still could have been intercepted.
Well, even if it wasn't, there's still the matter of you can't just go making the accusation, even because of the fact that, well, it'd be very easy for her to claim that somebody accusing her is exactly what she is.
Ugh,
It's a whole lot of he said, she said.
pretty much.
Our word against hers, and hers has a little more clout.
Yeah.
And there was nothing to identify her after the battle.
Well, it's probably likely that she's completely out of Middenheim.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
But with that said, you had resolved to deal with one final matter that you were asked to travel to Middenheim for, and that means dealing with Wolfgang Aschenbeck.
So I assume we're all waking up and meeting in the hotel lobby.
Mm-hmm.
Falco didn't barely get any sleep last night. He was still boiling mad.
I look over
So-
am I like, so I see the rage has not subsided within you. I can't blame you. Quite frankly, that bitch boiled my nerves too. It took me a while for me to finally pass out.
Yeah, and you were on the floor, remember?
Well, there was that too.
But Falco's barely talking. He's just growling. I find her Sigmar will not be able to contain my rage.
Yes, I understand, but we also must take this carefully. Rest assured, we will get her when the time is right. And she will pay dearly for her transgressions.
All right, let's calm down. Let's focus on the thing. If we have to fight, let's focus on our rage and anger on the Bormooks who want to start a fight with us.
True,
anyway,
we have other business to attend
He's
to.
got a big smile going, I hope someone starts a fight. It is like, come on. Anybody?
Anyway.
Well,
All right.
You're the biggest guy in the tavern right at this time of morning.
when we find her, promise me one thing, friends.
She's all yours.
I get
Oh
the
yeah, that goes without saying.
With that said, who's gonna be checking the bulletin board in the tavern?
I'll go check the bulletin board while these three still are griping about the about that witch hunter.
4. Remember, Alwyn's with us, so 4.
I follow Anel to the board.
Yep. All right, and you find out that there's a big thing on the there's a big clipping on there that is stating that. Well, you know how I've kind of hinted that a member of a noble family is on trial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now you know the name of who it is. It's von Aschenbeck. Wolfgang von Aschenbeck is on trial for heresy.
Oh wow.
Shit.
All the
We need to
doctor,
hurry up and question him.
all the doctor.
Well, you're not getting to him, though it does say that his daughter, Lady Margaret, is proclaiming his innocence. The trial was it goes on to say that the trial was supposed to be presided by Adele Ketzenblum, but because she has recused herself, it is being taken over by her mentor.
Twitch.
Settle down, Falco.
Someone give Falco an ale.
You know I'm not allowed to drink.
Yeah, but I get the feeling if you don't take a sedative or anything, you're gonna blow a vein or something.
So who is her mentor?
Mildra?
Hang on. I'm checking I have to check my notes on something.
I think Mildred forgot who the name of the mentor was.
No, it's not that I forgot. It's not that I forgot it has to.
It says the name is Joey Baba Ganoush.
No. Let's see.
Alright, that was good.
That was good. Baba Ganoush. Yeah, MXC reference. Very nice. I was gonna go with Wilt Chamberlain.
Son of a bitch!
I don't like you.
Okay, Gregor Hellstrom is the person who is apparently being requested to take over, even though he's technically retired. Like he hasn't been in active duty and thought he was just going to retire to his hometown in Middenheim, but Essentially, because of what you did, it means that somebody who's going to be a little more neutral is now presiding over this.
That's good.
Yes, we hope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for the "that's bad" to drop.
I know, right? Yeah, I know.
Ignore.
Same here.
The bad news is the fact that the evidence is that her being gone doesn't invalidate the evidence that's being put forward.
That's bad.
So if so here's the deal. You could just as well say yes and write a letter write a letter back to I am really bad at things today. All right, back to Frederick. Except there's one other thing. Do you remember why he was suspected in the first place?
Caravan.
Yeah, he stole the gunpowder.
Yeah, Vunk. Yeah, Frederick believes that Wolfgang is the one behind stealing the gunpowder that he had. And if that's the case, if he dies, whatever connection he may or may not have to the conspiracy dies with him.
Good Lord. We at least need to get an audience with Aschenbeck before his trial, or else we are not going to get anywhere with this.
The best way to go is through his daughter, I would suspect.
All right. Here's the options as far as where you could investigate. You could go back to the Castle Rock coaches. You could go to the Prospect, which are two places you guys have already been. The Temple of Ulrich is one possibility, as well as the Temple of Verena.
Verena?
Yeah.
Okay, who is that god exactly?
Verena is the goddess of knowledge, science, law, and justice. And because of that, her symbols are the owl and the scales.
What do you think, Arstale?
It's tricky because there's so many different options. Even splitting up wouldn't be a wise idea.
No, because you never know when we might get jumped again.
Exactly. So we have to pick our options carefully. Ugh. This is where out of character thinking is not my strong suit.
Yeah, out of character.
It's more of figuring out where each of you wants to go to try and investigate.
Okay, besides myself, who has the best observation roll?
That would be
if you're investigating on this, it's not going to be observation, it's going to be charm.
Oh,
I got two. I got 2 in charm.
Actually, I was going for books.
That'd be education, probably then.
Yeah. I've got 1 in education.
Yeah, you can use either raw fellowship, charm, or education, depending on where you end up going. But either way, it's going to be 2 challenge dice.
I think you 3 seem to know what you're doing better. I'll leave it to you to decide how we handle this.
I say we should hit the Temple of Arraign. Hopefully, their relationship with the cult of Sigmar is less tenuous than they are with Ulrich.
We might have a better chance with me being part of the School of Hish.
Very well.
Yep.
I will follow behind you.
All right, so you're heading to the Verena Temple.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So 4 fellowship, 2 charm, 4 challenge, 2 challenge dice.
All right, and
I'm
that's
really
going to be
gonna have to
right
defer to
over
you.
here.
Because I've got 3 fellowship and no charm.
I got 4 intelligence, 3 fellowship, none of the goddamn charm.
Okay, I
have
rolled.
5 intelligence.
I rolled at my end.
BRB gang?
All right.
I don't see anything on here where it says education.
It's one of my advanced
It's a specialization.
Ah.
Oh, it's advanced skill. Okay, there you go.
It'd probably fall more onto the intelligence side for you, Lady K.
Oh, yeah. Considering that my best skills right now are in discipline, observation, spellcraft, and channeling.
I'm good on my end, so...
All right. Whoever's rolling, is your roll ready?
Check
Give me
on mine.
the misfortune challenge die again.
It was 2 challenge, Lady K.
Oh my.
Are you gonna join in on this, Mike?
Yep, I'm joining in.
All right.
So an elf, a priest, and a mage route to a courthouse.
Well, to a temple.
Yep.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, because of the fact that they try and be generally fair, you don't have a great relationship with the Sigmars, and the Varanans don't have a great relationship, but they don't have a bad relationship either. It is the most neutral you can get.
So it's about the same. It's a little bit better than our relationship with the cult of Ulrich.
Yep.
All
So
right,
that's
I'm
not
back.
saying much.
All right, welcome back.
Also, diagnosis for the router: dead. It's fried.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
The router is dead. Long live the router.
Bum, 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 bum. Anyway, moving on.
Okay. Rolls. So who's rolling?
I already got mine. I know Lady K's
I did
probably
a
got hers.
straight intelligence. I had to do a straight intelligence roll.
Okay. Bio.
4 success, 1 bane, 1 chaos star.
Ow!
Yeah, I know. At least I got 4 success.
All right. On Lady K.
1 success, 2 boons.
Okay.
And 1 success, 1 boon, 1 chaos star.
All right. All right. You end up after a bit of discussion with one of the judge priests. You find out the following, because you do hear one of them mention that Van Aschenbeck occasionally calls upon a priest of Verena to witness and bless a contract or a business deal. He's always properly grateful to the cult when he does so. Most of his day-to-day business affairs are handled by Werner Markheim, who's not a regular visitor to this temple. But I believe due to the laws of inheritance that govern his home estate, it is his daughter who stands to inherit anything. The poor girl is beset by suitors every day.
He likes to play fair and square, it seems. If his daughter stands to inherit everything, she could very well be a target.
If she's being beset on by suitors every day, that stands without question. It's just a matter of who.
And we have to think about his business partner as well. I think we should report back to Arceo our findings.
There are other spots. Like I said, there are other spots you could go to investigate.
Well, let's report back to our. We can report back to Arceo, and then we can go somewhere else.
All right.
Now, I'd rather hit the next one if it's
Is it relatively close to the temple?
Yeah. There's a few places.
Yeah.
You could do Castle Rock Coaches or the Prospect.
Let's head over to Castle Rock Coaches first.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Since you've been there, this is once again be a charm fellowship check, same amount of difficulty. Give yourself an extra fortune die because they're already familiar with you.
Awesome. Good. For characteristic, fortune 2. Got it.
Is that going to be another straight intelligence roll on my part?
Yeah, just add a fortune die.
I'll take it.
All right. So, Bio, okay, you've got it. You've got it.
Yep, got it.
All right. Bio, what do you got?
Straight success.
All right, Lady K.
5 successes, 1 bane.
God,
not bad at all.
All right, and Mike.
2 success, 1 chaos star, 1 righteous success, which rolled into a blank.
Not bad.
Nice.
Lady K's doing the talking on this one.
All right. And after a bit of talk, you did find out the following. Graf Wolfgang does a lot of business with Castle Rock. He's got a home in the city here in the city, I think. I believe he has business interests throughout the north and as far south as Altdorf and Nuln. You can usually tell if a card is his because there's going to be a broken tree crest. I do believe he's got a warehouse here in the Freiburg, though I don't imagine he visits it much personally.
Broken tree crest.
Were any deliveries recently made to said warehouse?
Not really. Especially since it's been the Red Arrow company that's been getting much of the war contracts in the last month.
Would you be able to give us a location for where the Red Arrow is?
Well, as an aside, I should note that that Castle Rock is essentially a post. They see people pass by with both Red Arrow and with Wolfgang's companies.
Gotcha.
The Red Arrow company is the one that's owned by
Von Kaufman.
Yep.
The one who accused Wolfgang of
thievery.
Yes.
Yep.
So him using that would be kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Is there any chance we could go take a look at the storehouse by chance? Hopefully try to find something to prove his innocence?
I think we'd be hard pressed to get in.
Yeah, if I let anybody in, word's gonna get to him fast, and then I'm gonna get tanned.
The only one that would probably help us get in would be his daughter. And that's risky at that. Well, we have one more place to stop.
Let's head on over there.
Yep.
Heading to the prospect.
Yep.
All right. Mike and
All right.
and Lady K, this one is probably going to be for you, because remember the prospect was that high end place from
Yep.
last week.
I'm holding back on this one.
Okay, do me a quick favor, Mildra. Turn the music down just a smidgen. That crescendo gets so loud. Perfect, thank you.
How's that?
To be honest, this sounds more like fight music than just regular city music.
Yeah, it does. It kind of sounds like action music, not town music.
I work with because of certain companies, I can't use the music that I intended to.
Oh, copyright shit.
Yeah, thanks, YouTube.
But anyway, so this is going to be for Lady K and Mike. Just let me know when you've got the roll ready.
Same amount of challenge die?
Yep.
Ready?
All right, that's one.
Same.
All right, Mike.
And 1 success, 2 boons, 2 chaos star, 1 righteous success, which rolled into a blank.
Nice.
All right, and Lady K.
3 success.
And while they're doing that, I'm outside listening for gossip.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's what you find. The von Aschenbecks are a well-known and quite respectable family. It's my understanding that they have extensive business interests both within the city and across the empire. The family arms, the tree and the brook, can be seen flying over many of the city's prominent businesses, and of course his bravos wear it on their livery. They are former soldiers for the most part, whom he offers to his customers as guards and messengers. Graf Wolfgang was a frequent visitor in his younger days. It was his custom, along with several of his friends, to spend some time in our saloon bar before embarking on an evening's entertainment in the city. Since the birth of his daughter, though, his business interests have taken up more of his time, and those evenings have become less frequent. And, I must observe, more dignified. It would scarcely be proper for me to report the prurient rumors one sometimes hears about his lordship. I'm certain these slanderous tales are the products of idle tongues and envious natures. Though because of his stature, it would not be proper for a gentleman to engage in business directly. I am reliably informed that such matters pass through the hands of his business manager, a Mr. Werner Markheim.
It's the second time that name's come up. Looks like we need to find out where Mr. Markheim is.
Indeed.
So, do I hear anything while I'm outside, Mildra?
You do hear that somebody who looks like Markheim, according to one of the people, has been staying in the Draken, which is weird because that's in the Freiburg. Nobody who's making that kind of money would be staying in the Freiburg.
Okay.
Unless he's got something to hide.
So while when they come outside, I give them the information. It seems that his business partner is at the Draken.
Looks like we need to pay ourselves a visit to the Draken. Let's go get our Arsteo and Ollie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And give them the information we have.
Mhm.
Alright, so we make our way back to the inn.
All right. Doesn't take long to head back, and you fill them in on what you've been able to find out.
Yes, it seems we're looking for his business partner. That would give us the best lead.
Oh, good job. Well done, my friends. See, now that we have a lead, we can finally get to the bottom of this mess.
It's strange, though. Person of stature in the Freiburg?
Something stinks if you ask me.
Agreed.
And we're not just talking about that part of town.
Shall we go?
I don't see why we wouldn't.
The bartender at the tavern overhears and goes, "Oh, you heading into the fry? Good luck."
Rest
Is it
assured,
bad?
luck is something we don't need much of, but the thought's appreciated.
I take it the place has
Why?
I take it the place has a reputation.
Watch your purse, priest.
Lovely.
What rumors
Ollie.
have been coming out of the Freiburg lately?
Not much. Nothing out of the usual. It's just a bad place to go if you've got any money.
I'm grabbing my purse and handing it to Ollie. Here, ain't gonna touch you.
About to say, why hand your purse to him? I trust him less than the Freiburg.
Are you still salty?
Yes.
Wow, that was gonna be a grudge through this game.
Wait, what
what
did Ollie
happened?
do? What did I do to earn your mistrust?
You beat him in a game of dice.
You cheated at a game of dice to beat me.
No.
Mike?
I won. You rigged the dice and forgot to switch them back.
Mike, there's one thing I have to say to you. Don't you dare be sour!
Oh!
Wait, what?
Wrestling joke.
Then I feel very apt in saying, "Eow."
That's why I went there. I figured that would make it easier for you to get.
Moving on.
Hold on to this for a few until we get out of there, Ollie. And if you take anything, I'll know.
You do. After you leave the inn, you do end up heading to the Draken, which let me. And the Freiburg is usually nice, but there's a few seedier parts. In this case, right over here, away from all the nicer spots like the Collegium Theologica. You know, the place that Alwyn was staying for a bit and contemplating whether or not she was going to kill Oppenheimer.
Good times.
I'll miss screaming at the old git to get his knickers to keep his knickers from twisting.
Mm-hmm. But eventually when you get in there, you see the landlady for the place, which is a bit. The place is a bit. Well, they do the best they can to make it kept, but obviously it's not as good as some of the inns you guys have been in. But you head in. You see a mousy woman who's about the size of Falco, and looks like she survived the brush with the pox, judging by some of the scars on her face.
Ooh.
So, although let's see, if anybody wants to roll observation intelligence, it's gonna be 2 challenge die.
I'm out. I don't have that.
I'll step up to plate.
All right, roll it.
I'll take some of that.
When
as
you
well.
roll, I'm going to write in the TRPG thing on Discord.
Ready.
I'm not going to take a look at it.
Right. And what do you have? What do you have, Lady K?
2 successes, 1 boon.
How many challenge dice?
2.
All right, rolling. 3 success, 2 banes, and a righteous success that re-rolled into a Sigmar's Comet.
What's the challenge again?
2.
So would you got 1 bane since the Sigmar's Comet balanced out the other one.
All right. There it is.
Oh.
So both Aristeo and Alwyn noticed it.
Do you see something else still? I'm mumbling, obviously. Under my breath.
Take a look at the door itself.
It's not the door.
Okay, now that I'm looking at now that I asked them, I'm going to look at the chat.
Actually, can I front? Because I got 2 success,
Well, at
2
this point,
boons
we're
on
pretty
my
much
end.
telling everyone to look at the door, so at this point, it doesn't matter.
So just look at the Discord, Matty.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh.
is that
Yeah.
is that what I
Yes.
think that is?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. He goes. Oh, you lot! Are you just gonna stare? You're just gonna stand and stare? Or you're gonna come in?
Our apologies. Allow me to introduce myself. Aristeo von Brenner. We're on an investigation right now, and our said investigation has led us here.
Oh, always nice to see some good company.
I'm standing by the doorway.
What can I do? What can I do you for, my lord?
Out of character, real quick. What was the partner's name again? I couldn't quite catch it.
Markheim.
We're investigating Sir Markheim, and we've been led to believe that he might be frequenting this area.
I wouldn't say investigating per se. We're looking for him so that way we might ask him some questions.
Fair point.
Yes. Yes, a very nice man. I can't say if he's in at the moment. He comes and goes at all hours, but he's very quiet. So I don't say anything. Is he expecting you?
Most likely not, but you never know. Considering everything that's going on right now in the town these days, he's probably expecting anything.
Hang on, let me type something.
Is there any chance that we could check out the this room here?
But he's not here. I don't see the harm done. He hasn't done anything horrid, so why not?
I was just saying, much appreciated.
All right. As you go in, you immediately hear her shriek, and I'm not going to do the shrieking because I don't want to kill your headphones.
I think the internet thanks you for that, there, Mildra.
Also, I can't do high pitched. But
None of us can.
She points in the room in a panic before running off.
I hear that. I'm running into the room.
I run in. We're running in. Guns at the ready.
I'm running in. Hammer out.
You see furniture scattered about in the room, and it appears like it's either been searched or or there was some sort of struggle. On one wall is a skull-like design in blue paint. There's no one to be seen, and a dagger lies thrust into the mattress.
Is there any sign of blood?
Okay. For this sort of thing, you can roll either intuition, folklore, or education. Whichever one you roll, it's going to be a challenge die of 2.
I'll do intuition.
As well.
I want to look at the skull. What do I got to roll for that, Mildra?
I just said intuition, folklore, or education. Your choice.
Okay, let me see. Paper.
2 challenge die?
Yep.
Let's see.
Ready.
3, 1, 2.
Ready.
Oh.
Ready here.
Challenge die 2. Rolling. Ready.
What am I rolling?
Either intuition, folklore, or education. If you don't have any of them, it's straight intelligence.
Or you can just stay home.
Stay home or go home, I guess. What's the challenge? 2?
Yep. I'm good on my end.
Okay.
Ready.
Maddie, are you staying home or are you rolling?
I rolled.
All right. Everybody else is ready with theirs?
Yep.
Ready.
All right. Maddie?
1 success, 3 boons.
Not bad.
Not bad.
It's something.
Mike?
4 success, 1 chaos star, 1 righteous success, which rolled into a blank.
All right. Shades?
2 straight successes.
All right. Lady K?
2 success, 1 boon, 1 chaos star.
All right. Bio?
1 success, 1 boon, 1 chaos star, 1 Sigmar's Comet.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
All right.
So in other words, I pretty much got a flush. That's pretty much what it accounts to. It's a flush.
Mm-hmm. Okay. First thing you know, Alwyn noticed that the landlady was just it seemed a little bit off that she didn't ask for any proof that you are who you said you are. And there's also the whole shock thing that seemed off to you.
Not only the fact that she just let us in his room without requesting any sort of proof that we're part of the investigation.
Yep. Matt. Sorry, not me. Oliver. What you notice is that even though the furniture has been scattered about, nothing is actually broken.
All right, so a lot of pushing and shoving, but nothing broken.
No, it's a stage scene.
And Bio, what you notice is that it looked like there was a symbol in blue paint, but you know that symbol is the mark of Khorne, the blood god, which doesn't make any sense because the actual cultist of Khorne wouldn't use blue paint; they'd use actual blood to make the symbol.
Oh yes, this is definitely staged. This cult would actually paint.
And there is on the desk you see a note from some. You see what looks like a research journal written by somebody named Bronson. It contains sketches of blasphemous symbols and artifacts, letters describing cult activity, supposedly, and that it looks like the letters have von Aschenbeck's own handwriting, and a litany of crimes alleged to von Aschenbeck, from fraud to racketeering to murder and heresy. Roll a anybody who wants to when it comes to this book. Roll education and intelligence. It's gonna be two die.
I'm staying home.
Yep, that's gonna be on me on this one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, we can't be good at everything.
Someone will do.
Okay. 2 success, 3 boons, and 1 chaos star.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, it looks genuine, but you noticed a few discrepancies in terms of where the writer was clearly pausing. If you know what I mean.
Wasn't a steady stream of consciousness coming out of his pen. He was being either prompted or transcribing something.
But before you can finish, all of a sudden you hear a bunch of footsteps, and you see what's clearly four or five guardsmen just barging in with the landlady. He goes, someone killed him. At which point the guardsman comes up to you and immediately grabs the notebook. You lot. What are you all doing here? This is an investigation of murder.
This scene has been staged.
We can prove it.
He is not even listening to you. You basically have a bunch of hands shoving you out.
How rude!
Hey, Ollie. Plant
What?
firmly.
Wait, what now?
Stand your
Push
ground.
back.
Stand strong. Don't let
Okay.
them push you out.
Strength check.
Strength check.
Difficulty 3.
Do we throw in some fortune dice in there?
Nope, just straight strength.
All right. 2 success, 3 boons.
They
Come
have
on.
they have to they do have to they of you are the last person they push out because they had to get all of them to push your ass out of there.
So he got out. He just didn't go out with a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I go once again. They slam the door. How rude!
She did this on purpose.
Gee, boss, you think?
He then goes, We'll be doing a thorough investigation. If you're that curious, the trial starts in 3 days. Slam.
Slam, slam, slam.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm knocking on the door.
And he ain't letting you in.
Oi, give me my book back, asshole.
I knock on the door. Give the lady's book back, or I'll knock the damn door down.
It's not your book. It is part of evidence. And if you knock this door down, you're going to be put in as an accomplice.
Damn it.
Well, boss, just got me there.
Yes, wouldn't do us any good if we were having to defend ourselves with this. They want this to happen. They want him in jail, and I'm quite frankly sick of it. That's it. We're dealing with this once and for all.
And how do you propose that, Aristeo?
That actually is a very good question, to be honest. But quite frankly, I'm sick of getting browbeaten by a bunch of gods who don't know how to fucking listen when being told the truth!
I think we should see Wolfgang's daughter.
After that rant, you do see a note. You do see a note that gets slipped under the inn's door.
I'll pick it up and read it.
Actually, I pick it up. Ollie picks it up. You should drink more Ovaltine? No, I'm
God
kidding.
damn it, Matty!
Yeah.
All
No,
right, well,
Ollie, pick it up and shove it in your breastplate for now.
no, I think it might be relevant to what we need to do right now, Alwyn.
Yeah.
Best to read it now.
No, get out of the inn first and then read it a good ways away. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Fair enough. Also, that was an out of character riff.
I think we knew that, Matty. We're not idiots.
All right, so I suggest we head out of the inn and out of the fry for a few minutes.
So are you gonna head to someplace open like the Great Park?
Someplace that offers some modicum of privacy, even though we're out in the open. But yes.
Well, the Collegium is still there. They're not gonna bat too much of eyes seeing you.
All right. Tell you what, Ollie, let me see it.
Hands over the piece of paper.
It simply says,
Fuck the revival.
Shada?
Too sweet.
Too sweet for that.
"Ooh, sweet."
Hey, I thought that was censored.
FTF.
And
One, it's not censored for us. 2, FTF. You know
Thank
what FTF means? Fuck the Fed.
yeah.
I demand that that be a hashtag that's added to the arsenal.
Along with the FTN.
I was gonna say we already had the FTN.
Fuck the Nick channel.
Wouldn't that be FTNC then?
Now you're
Close
just
enough.
hairs.
We're getting off the point.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What does it say?
anyway, it says if you're that insistent, why don't you give a statement at the trial to explain why you were so keen on looking into it.
That's true. We were hired to protect the caravan.
We were hired to protect the caravan. We have a vested interest in the outcome of this, and have belief that one or thing is not what it is.
And let me.
I mean, am I wrong there, RSTO?
No, I believe you're right on this one. Still, we're taking a big risk here, especially since we're helping the man that, let's be honest, Von Kaufman would rather see put to death.
We don't even have any proof that Aschenbeck actually stole the gunpowder.
I'm not saying he did or didn't. I'm just saying we're going to be helping our employer's rival. He's not going to be too happy about that. You know this.
Whether he's happy about it or not is a non-point. Fact is, we need his information.
Agreed. Trust me.
Nonetheless, I propose that we actually start looking into talking to his daughter.
I concur.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Although, this may be another instance where we might want to split up.
Tell you what, RSTO, you want to talk to somebody? I'll be the heavy, and these three do go talk to another, and the two gentlemen will be the heavy for the lady.
I don't know. Nobles should talk to nobles.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Trying to say. We'll go talk to the nobles, and I'll be the heavy in case someone wants to start shit. You guys talk to the other people. If people start shit, you guys are good to go.
Sounds like a plan.
Very well. Let's get going.
By the way, in case you're wondering, yes, it still feels weird to say that.
I don't think it's ever not going to feel weird for you to say that. But okay, were
there any other leads that we were going to look into, or was the Freiburg the last one?
Other than her daughter, Freiburg was the last one. So I think we should just all go there. No point.
No. We need to hang back a little bit. We don't want to go en masse because she's probably going to get spooked.
True.
We'll
stay close by, but not close enough to be within eye shot. Just in case there's
Mildra,
something.
Yeah.
Point out where Aschenbeck's daughter's at on the map, please.
Okay. Actually, for this, I have got an idea.
Oh crap!
No wonder I smell burning.
Duck and cover!
Guard your loins.
Wrong game, idiot.
I was just thinking that.
Hashtag keep it in your pants, Varric.
That joke will never die.
Hell
I want to bring that King Pen back so bad.
We will not let that joke die so long as we live.
Okay. Alwyn, I want you to roll. Let us go with intelligence and magical sight.
Ooh.
That's a scary laugh, folks.
Yeah.
Challenge.
Okay.
2.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
Scary for the enemies, not for us.
No kidding.
1 success, 3 boons, 1 righteous success, which rolls into another boon.
You decide to do a bit of a deep scan, something that you've only done rarely by trying to see you using simply Heesh. And see if you can find somebody who matches their description, or at least your sense of their description. Though it'd be a good time for everybody else to kind of form a blocking circle around so that nobody notices the whole glowing eyes thing.
I'm guarding her from the front.
Actually, I think Whistler would be better to block her from the front. No one would be able to see
Actually,
her.
aren't we split up?
Not yet.
No, we're all together
Not yet.
right now.
All right. All right. The thing is, all right, big back here over here.
I'll guard her left.
All right. Anyway,
All right, who's taking the rear?
you do see you, and I'm going to send this to you directly.
I would say Arsteo could take the rear, but that joke's way too easy.
Thank you.
Phrasing!
Rear.
What by the luminary's great knobbly balls?
Now that's a term.
Guys, we need to head back to our tavern.
Oh, what?
There's some.
What was that?
I said, fussy butt,
No.
that we need to go back to the tavern because there's somebody waiting for us.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Let's hope this ends well.
Hauling ass.
And also, I said that out of character because you broke out. You kind of cut off there.
That's funny because I had the button pressed the entire time.
Roll20 is weird. Let's go to the tavern before something else happens.
Actually, I think it was Discord, but nonetheless.
Yes.
Yep, hauling ass.
Mm-hmm.
Ass being hauled.
Alwyn catches a piggyback on Ollie's on Ollie. Alonzi!
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Mike enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? Ollie goes, what the fuck? You know. The things I do for people sometimes.
That was just supposed to be a joke, I swear.
And then I rolled with it.
Point take.
I just hold my shield out in front of me to cut through the wind. Shield charge.
And anyway, as you head back and you see a noble woman who suddenly perks up and goes, Are you Lord von Brenner? She says going up to Oliver and goes, "Wow, you're a lot taller than I first heard about."
She was looking at me, right?
Yeah.
Falco's just chuckling.
Owen's trying to keep from laughing out loud.
Ollie says and points the finger towards Aristeo. It's like, you're probably looking for him.
And you just see Aristeo with this look of just what the fuck on his face.
Oh,
really? Really?
She gets really. They told me you were staying here with your companions. They just didn't say what you looked like.
No, my lady, the ego is bruised. There's it's not your fault. He's gonna be like that the rest of the evening.
We're just going to pretend that didn't happen and start fresh.
Yeah.
You say, pussy butt.
Anyway, I overheard that you were looking into my father's case.
I had a feeling this was who you were. Yes, we are investigating Nash and Beck's current situation.
I interject real quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, we should intervene to a more private area. You never know who could be listening.
My associate has a point. Come, let's convene back in.
Tell you what. Well, you guys go into our room, and I'll stand guard and make sure no one's fun. We don't have a tail.
Good idea.
Good idea. Yeah. Have fun.
Oh, I'll still be listening in. I'll just outside the door.
Anyway.
No, Falco, I would suggest standing outside the door with Ollie. I'll go in with Aristeo, and I'll keep an eye on the windows.
Fair enough. I'll stay outside with Oliver. On the other side of the door listening. And now, where will you be?
I'll be on the against the door on the inside.
Very well. Let's go.
Hey, Mildred, do we have a map of the inside of the tavern by chance?
No. I
Damn.
didn't, since I have no intention of doing a tavern fight, I didn't see a reason to.
Point taken.
Yeah, that only came up during interim.
And I'm going to be listening kind of halfway at the moment. I'm going to be looking over my spell list to see if there's anything I can use for interesting purposes.
The one thing that you do note is that for a noble woman, she seems to be dressing in common attire, probably as a disguise, just to show her appearance.
Probably just to avoid any onlookers.
You should be able to see the image now.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it. I hope that sword is more than for show, Lady Von Action Beck.
I want to cosplay as her. She's pretty.
It's, you know what, Mildra? It's the green. It's definitely the green.
What the hell?
Thank you for saying what was already on my mind, Matty. Thank you very much.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Honey, you can't tell me for one damn minute that that's not the first thing that caught your eye was the red hair and the green cloak.
Actually, no, it was the cloak brooch.
That does. You know what? To be fair, that does tie the outfit together. Both literally and figuratively, of course.
Moving on.
Yes.
As I was saying, I hope that sword is more than for show, Lady Von Aschenbeck.
I hope I don't have to use it.
As do we.
And she goes, My father has always been a dutiful man. He was wilder in his more soldiery day. Everyone knows this, but he was never one to dip his hands into something he shouldn't. I don't believe for one moment that he was responsible for this. I think Markheim is setting all this up so he can gain control and rob me of my inheritance.
At first, we were investigating him for different reasons, and up until recent events, we might have suspected he might have been up to something. However, a recent incident leads us to believe that you might be right on this one, my dear. I believe he is also being framed, and to be fair, we're hoping to prove it.
She goes on to explain the case that was brought against him during the trial. The first was a book that described his heresy in great detail. That was from an investigator named Bronson. The second was testimony of 3 members of his bravos, who described helping Wolfgang perpetrate nefarious crimes, unaware of what they were doing. There was testimony from Werner Markheim himself, who describes missing funds, secret layers kept off the books, and other evidence that claims only makes sense now in the light of these terrifying truths. He was choking up, saying that von Aschenbeck tried to recruit him into a vile cult, then threatened to murder him when he refused. He also says there was a set of cloth of gold robes embroidered with a purple hand and a symbol of chaos found within Wolfgang's chambers during his arrest. And he says his longtime rival, Graf Friedrich von Kaufmann, suspected him of malfeasance.
Oh dear.
Yes. I share with her the story. One of the things we were investigating here in Middenheim is that we're working with the Red Arrow Company and Sir von Kaufmann because a carriage of gunpowder was stolen. He has
from a caravan that we were hired to protect.
Yes. He had immediately suspected your father's involvement in this, and while we hadn't had any direct evidence of it, we had no reason to doubt it. However, I'm starting to believe there are darker forces at work here, and they want to pin the blame on your father to pick the real threat is no longer noticeable.
What we should be asking right now, Lady von Aschenbeck, would you be able to let us in to your father's storehouse so that we might be able to prove that he did not steal the gunpowder from the caravan?
As much as I would like to, that warehouse has been sealed off by bravos.
Lovely.
Anybody who tries to get in would have to go through them. It's being watched. It's being watched every waking moment.
They're trying to make. Go ahead.
I tried to break in there in the dead of night a few days prior, and they threatened to have me arrested if I didn't return to the manor.
Whoever's setting this up is trying to make absolutely sure that your father gets the blame for this.
Well, we already have one suspect.
Yes. Problem is he has enough power on his own, and he seems to be able to influence enough people to make his wish come true, we have to take
That's
that
not
power
who
away.
I'm referring to. You know who I'm referring to, Aristeo.
Of course.
We should tell her of that as well, just to be on the safe side.
All right. My dear, you might want to take a seat. This story is going to become absolutely ridiculous, but I promise you, we have proof that all of what we're about to tell you is true. And it might explain not only your father's involvement, or whether he wants to be or not, but also his partner's involvement. I suspect that his partner is under the payroll of a man simply known as the Black Cowl.
She tilts her head. Who?
A mastermind of underworld affairs that we've come across recently in our travels. He seems to have a lot of influence. He's got a lot of cults and groups under his wing. He's made a lot of devious plays. We've stopped him in a couple of places, and we believe that he is trying to do something he made here to take control of the Empire. If I were to be a betting man, I'd suspect that your father's partner is working for him, trying to take control of the company not just for your inheritance, but to give it to the Black Cowl to use as another front, another way to gain more power and influence in this town.
There's more. And I step into the room slightly. The person that was going to run the trial of your father... well, let's just say that they were not on the most trustworthy of terms.
You make some very fantastical claims, Lord von Brenner, and that of your company as well. But I am hardly in a position to doubt the veracity of them. I know. I can tell you this at the very least. Markheim always seems to travel back and forth between the Great Park and the Great Park, the Prospect, and then back to the Manor. But I do. I know that by noon tomorrow the trial will be resumed again. I implore you to find any evidence that you can to exonerate my father. If there's any,
really quick, check your PMs. Sorry, I was trying to get you before you went in on this whole spiel.
Yes, you can. Let's see. Let me see what rank that's.
It's rank 2. It's going to cost me 4 power.
Yeah, you've got enough. All right, that's going to be Spellcraft Intelligence and Challenge Dive 2.
I step back out the door and take a look around.
Everything's cool.
Let's hope.
By the way, can I roll observation just to be sure? I mean, after Sean rolls. So observation, that's intelligence. So it's a straight
Ready.
roll.
Go.
1 success, 1 bane, 1 right success, which rolls into another success.
Nice.
All right, you managed to. Your eyes glow for a moment, and you can very much tell that the 2 things that you know: 1, she is definitely not lying, and 2, she's on the verge of tears.
Okay.
Can I make an intuition roll to see if anything feels off?
Actually,
I can tell you right now, the spell I use, there's not.
I mean, outside.
Oh.
I was going to do the observation roll, actually.
Right.
You do observation. I can do intuition.
The only thing that you get that you note is that there is one person who has the livery, not of the Ashenback, but of the White Wolf, who's standing as if he's keeping an eye on you who's been keeping an eye on you the whole time.
A good thing or a bad thing?
He's one of yours.
He's a White Wolf. He's not part of the Ashenback.
Cool. I stare at him going. I do the whole nod. He's like the sup nod, you know. How you doing?
He simply nods as if he's saying. You see, it seems that his attention is more on making sure nothing happens to his charge than anything malicious.
He's guarding the lady.
Back up for the backup. I like that.
Can I make an intuition roll to see if anything feels off?
Nothing really does in this particular situation, so there's no need to.
All right.
But regardless, after the conversation ends, she leaves and heads back to the manor. So because of that, there's a few options that you have. You can try and ask around regarding the woman who was running that inn, or you do know that von Aschenbeck is held in a cell beneath the Temple of Verena, because that's where the trial is held. But you can also try and tail Markheim when he goes on his route. Each one is going to require a different role.
Markheim seems the safer bet.
No, but we're still going to have to wait till after dark, though, if I'm not mistaken about the time.
We don't have that time. The trial's at noon today.
No, noon tomorrow.
Oh, noon tomorrow.
So you've still got the evening hours to do some degree of investigation.
I say we find some info and then we tail him.
All right.
I want to go back to the inn and use magical sight.
All right. Okay. Okay. So here's what you can do. If you're going back to the inn, that's going to, given the nature given the nature of how this is going to work, rolling magical sight, that's going to be a 3-die challenge.
Okay.
And of course, we're covering her.
Mm-hmm.
By any chance, would I be able to use like a hood or something? Actually, no. Actually, I got an idea. I have a spell that I can use that can change my appearance slightly.
That you do.
And all I would have to do is just change my clothes as well. Wouldn't be that easily noticeable.
Question is, would it be enough to sneak you into the inn?
We're not trying to sneak her into the inn. We're trying to disguise her eyes while she uses magical sight.
All right. What do you have in mind?
I was thinking of changing into some commoner clothing, kind of what Lady von Aschenbeck just did.
Mm-hmm.
and changing my hair color specifically, and possibly my eye color as well. Question: are spectacles a normal thing for this time period?
Yes.
All right, then I get my hands on a pair of spectacles and take out the glass.
All right. I'm not gonna have you roll. I'm not gonna have you roll for this because this is
considering cantrips. It's barely using anything.
Mm-hmm. So it does work. So I guess the next thing you're probably going to be doing is using magical sight again.
Aye.
All right. All right. Keep in mind that that's going to be a 3-die challenge this time.
3 challenge die, or
yeah, 3 challenge die. Otherwise it's still intelligence, magical sight.
Ooh, here we go. You ready?
Go on.
2 successes, 1 boon, 1 chaos star, 1 righteous success, which rolls into another righteous success into another boon.
Nice. Okay, the bad news is that it appears that when they finished through here, they pretty much swept the place clean. The good news is that just through a bit of distance, you see a fire that is a little bit too big than what a fireplace should have.
Oh shit! They're trying to burn down the inn.
Wait, our inn?
No, the inn we were investigating earlier. They're trying to burn the evidence.
Okay.
Well, how about we? I think it's about time we put on our fighting trousers.
Everybody, roll me athletics. This is going to be you either roll athletics or observation. Either way, it's going to be a 3-die challenge.
Oh, this is my jam right here. Do expertise. I throw in some. Do we throw in for some fortune?
Ready.
Yeah.
Rolling. 2 challenge, right?
3.
3.
All right, I'm rolling for observation.
Observation, Aaron, done.
I'm rolling athletics with Matty.
I'm doing the athletics. This is the strong person deal.
Same.
And done.
Rolling. Okay.
Ready here.
Ready.
Right. Okay, Matty, what do you got?
5 successes, 1 boon.
Damn!
Nice.
Hey,
Mike.
Expertise, fortune. Of course, I'm gonna get something like that.
Yep.
4 successes.
All right, Shades.
2 success, 1 boon, 1 Sigmar's comment.
Very nice.
Nice. Lady K.
2 success.
All right. Bio.
Failure, 2 boons.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know.
A bit of fail forward, but still. Okay. You find a small house behind a little bit behind the inn and you see a bunch of people running past as somebody yells get the fire wagon. And as you go in, you're able to see that the same. You basically bust in and the first lady that you see, you essentially tackle her and get through the other door. Though for a split second you notice, wait, isn't she the landlady? And as for the rest of you, you're able to grab as much of the shit as you can from the house before the fire consumes it. So, Shades, what you find are a few tattered, burned pages from a book that looks familiar and mentions the name von Aschenbeck. In fact, looking at it, you notice that these are the exact same wordings and notes from Bronson's notebook. You also, Mike, what you're able to find is a bronze seal of Middenheim with the wolf facing the wrong way. And you also find a few other notes and basically material meant for forging. And as soon as the recovery happens, she goes, who are you?
I'm with Ollie right now.
Yeah, aren't we along with them?
Yeah, we're all together on this one.
And she looks at him and goes, and she's no longer playing the landlady part and goes, you are. I should have known that job was too good.
All right, hold on. Before she says another word, I'm rolling magical sight again.
All right, roll it.
3 challenge or 2?
2.
Two success.
All right, you're able to tell that she's not exactly in a position to give you any false info.
What do you mean by that job?
Your little buddy that you're investigated contacted me about a month ago. Said if I did some work for him, he'd clear my debts. So
Keep going.
So it was simple enough. Make a journal to his specifications. Act like a scared little girl, and I'd be able to be debt clear and leave town. Maybe make some decent money in Altdorf or something. But unfortunately, you had to show up. I should have known there would be trouble when a priest and a mage are in the same room without fighting.
Yes, and the only place you're going to go now is the cells.
You're staying with us. And I highly suggest that when we bring you to tomorrow's trial, you tell them everything. Otherwise, my dear friend here with the hammer.
Hello.
Well, I think she was referring to me out of character.
Well, you both have hammers.
And
just that one of them has a bigger one. Phrasing.
Well, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. They're Falco, or not Falco, but yeah.
I get what you mean, buddy.
Yeah, you know what I mean. At this point, I just go, "Hello," points at the big hammer.
And I got one of those. I got one of those too, and I can swing it a lot easier than he can swing that one.
That and associates of your employer have a tendency of mysteriously vanishing before their usefulness is fully it.
Rest assured.
After use.
Yeah. Rest assured, if we hadn't gotten to you, someone else would have. Here's the difference with us: you might have a chance to live.
But for now, Anel, the rope, please.
Yes.
Well, let's put it this way: come with us if you want to live.
And we're
I knew that was coming.
And we're gonna tie her up.
All right. The ropes are on. Like she's got some makeshift handcuffs. And I'm assuming you guys are going to head back to the inn for the night, which brings the question of who's on watch duty.
Ollie.
That was quick.
Yep.
Well, I was going to suggest a Nell because big sword that catches fire.
Yeah.
Other one.
Yeah. Anel could use some work.
Yep.
And he's quicker, no offense, Ollie.
All right. So you do retire for the night, and then when the next morning comes, you all end up heading back to the Temple of Verena.
And on our way there, I'm talking to Ollie. I'll take my purse back, thank you.
All you have to do is ask for it, dude.
And I checked to see if all my coins are there.
And I gave a little smirk to Ollie.
Are all my coins there, Mildra?
I didn't take any.
Yeah, they're all there. But anyway, you head to the temple, and one of the priests basically has a bench set up like she's a modern day judge, which, for all intents and purposes, she is. Let me switch.
All right, can we take a quick pause?
For what?
I need to run to the ladies' room, and I don't want to miss nothing.
You have 15 seconds.
Hey.
Fuck you! I can't do that fast.
14.
Mildred, you're looking for number 5, aren't you?
She is gonna kill you.
Let's see.
You almost made me choke on my vape, dude.
Well, my mentor would do the exact same thing. If I can't do it that fast, well, then you better get started.
You are evil beyond your years, sir.
Pew, pss, pew.
I learned from the best. And did we lose Matty?
And roll 20, I think.
You
know what? He said he might disconnect.
Shit.
He's still in the Discord.
Yeah, hold on. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
we threw down.
Yeah, my Firefox crashed. That's what happened.
Hey, let the professionals
Okay.
handle that.
Actually, you know what? Maddie, I think we have a new button for that.
Believe we
The lady
do.
is back.
Welcome back, Lake K.
There you go.
RVT. Watch. Best match. Are you ready? Gonna bring tonight. RVT Botcher.
Sentai Master, if you're listening, that one's for you, buddy.
I love it.
That's actually the setup for the new Kamen Rider series, Kamen Rider Build.
Yep. It's a good thing that somebody was thinking ahead, because once builds started getting going, I said, "Wait, don't we need a new button for this?"
Sentai Master already took the text for it, and so the other night, I went ahead and recorded it.
All right. And anyway, she does preside, and the same evidence is brought forward, and goes per the prosecution's request. May the the company of Arstale von Brenner and Associates may be granted a statement either for or against. Verena, bless your words.
Thank you, Your Honor. It has come to our we have recently been investigating this situation, investigating Von Eschenbeck for other purposes. However, they have since been tied to this case, hence our appearance here. We now have reason to believe that Sir Von Eschenbeck is being framed for this particular crime. And I will not make this statement lightly, as we do have evidence to present in this case.
When you said framed, a few of the nobles in the back started gasping and whispering in Delp.
Order! Order in the court!
Because it's a trial. I had to get one cliche out of me.
Of course.
Oh, come on. Yeah. That goes without saying.
I could just picture the Phoenix Wright-esque setup in the room right now.
I'm surprised you didn't jump in and go, objection!
Well, there was nothing to object yet.
Still, give me.
Also, I don't have the music.
Dude, who says we need it? We got a shades right over here.
No, we need the music. The Phoenix Wright music.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, I can do the line. That's easy. It's the music we need right now.
Mm-hmm. But
So who's the opposing attorney? Godo?
No, knowing this case, it's probably Francesca.
Pain.
No, something this hardcore would be Francesca.
Yep. Unfortunately, no. You don't get Francesca, which is a shame. No, you just get Markheim's attorney, who is very plain looking.
So Pain.
So sorry, no whipping today.
So we get Pain instead. Ha!
Mm-hmm. But anyway, he goes. The judge goes. That is a very grave accusation, Herr von Brenner. What do you have to support such a claim?
I have this, and a snap of my fingers, and the other lady comes forward. When investigating, we were led to Sir Markheim's, one of Markheim's hideaways, an inn on the Freeburg. Originally, we thought that this lady here was the landlady of said place. However, upon investigation, we found out that she was not only posing as the landlady, but she had more involvement in this. Many of the documents presented in this case thus far were done by her, as she will kindly explain. As I step back and push her and basically nudge her forward so she can testify.
She's about to say something. She looks at Markheim, then she looks at Ali, then she looks at Anel, and is reminded that the one time she tried to escape, she forgot that Anel left his sword on the door and rigged it that it would start a one-sided flame if she got close. I was told by Herr Markheim, if the esteemed Graf Markheim, if I dealt with the case, if I dealt with him, then he would assure that my debts would be cleared. So I wrote a series of accusations pen name Bronson. I acquired a seal granted to me by Markheim of the White Wolf, and was given plenty of his notes and his signatures in order to forge his handwriting. She then steps back. And this, let's see.
Also, at this point, I look over the news. We also have several items here from the lady's home, located directly behind Sir Markheim's estate, that will back up her claims. And I laid down the items that we found before the fire burned the inn down.
Although, Shades, roll observation, and roll 1 die.
Can I roll as well?
Yeah, it's observation. Just going to be a 1 die challenge. Let's see if you can pop something out of this.
Oh, I like this roll. I think I'm good.
All right, what do you got?
My roll: 3 success, 1 boon, 1 Sigmar's Comet.
Mine's better.
Oh boy, Lady K, what do you got?
4 successes, 4 boons, 1 righteous success rolls into a righteous success rolls into another boon.
Nice.
Her gun's bigger.
For raising.
Yes.
Oh, both berries.
Let's see.
Myrrh.
If anybody remembers Scried, would you say that Lady K rolled a big magnum?
Oh!
Showing bada bada.
You have no idea how. If you haven't seen Scried, that is not an exaggeration. But anyway, you do notice that the 3 Bravos who had been doing their bit of confession, they look familiar because they were the same.
The ones that shoved us from the inn.
Yes. They're the ones who shoved your ass out.
Arstale, look.
Oh, trust me, I see them.
You want me to do some pushback?
No, I've got this.
We can't.
This isn't the place for that, Ollie.
I know.
Anyway.
Still, it's worth asking.
Also, Your Honor, it should be noted, those 3 over there, they were the ones that rushed us out the door when we were investigating the first time. When it would not be put past me if they were involved themselves.
And they might be hiding evidence as well.
Agreed.
All right. You have made some grave accusations. If you'll permit me a moment, she then looks at the priest. Then looks at Hellstrom and says, Lord Hellstrom, may I speak with you for a moment?" The two of them end up walking off, and there is this silence as you're waiting.
There's a silence, and
Right.
no, I'm
Shades,
not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
Shades, I want you to roll. Let's go with. Let me see what you've got available to you. All right, roll straight, fellowship, and difficulty 1.
Roll good, bud, please.
Can I join in on this, or should this be straight?
This is just shades.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Don't worry, Bio. I've got this. 4 success, 1 boon.
After a few minutes of what seems like a extensive deliberation between the priestess and Hellstrom, both of them come back out, and Hellstrom looks on and says, The accusation of heresy is a very grave one indeed. And with accusations of such gravity, it requires the proper evidence. Otherwise, everyone could possibly put someone on the stake just for looking at them the wrong way. However, the crime of conspiracy is equally as such. Wolfgang von Aschenbeck, please step forward. And of course, you finally do see him as he's been let out from the cell. He goes, by the order of witch hunters, and by the authority of the Empire and the blessings of Verena, I hereby recuse your sentencing of heresy. At which point the shackles are off of him, and you can see that his daughter has is absolutely beaming over this. Meanwhile, he looks at Markheim and goes, Markheim, if there is any bit of fortune, because the priesthood has insisted I be fair in this matter, you will not be burned at the stake for heresy. You are, however, to remain under strict surveillance until a thorough investigation is completed by none other than the priests of Verena. At which point some of the priest's guards started to put the cuffs on him. It seems like amongst his protestations, it seems like the bravos are going to try and deal with it. But as soon as they draw their swords, you hear three gunshots. And you can see that even in a trial, they'd rather fix a problem before it starts. So you can see at some of the edges that there were that some of the people who you thought were just normal guards were actually riflemen.
Friends of yours, Arstale.
They are now. Well, I assume they were helping us, like stopping the Bravos. Yeah, they are now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I wanted an ass to kick. Oh well.
Not here, Ollie. You'll get your chance.
I know. I'm just saying. Better than nothing.
As a bit of an aside, I should note that when you're looking at the initial letters, you did see that a bunch of them seemed to come from Altdorf. But before that goes on, both the witch hunter and the judge declares that this trial has concluded, banging the gavel as everybody leaves, and of course, Margaret comes up to Arsteo and pretty much hugs him. Because he can now get back to work, and you have effectively made an ally for life out him. Thank you, sir, for choosing to see the truth.
Ooh.
The truth was all I ever sought. I'm just glad that an innocent man will not be burned this day. Now, we just have to find the even darker truth and shine the light on it as well.
Do you have a lead on where you're going to be going?
Yes.
I believe Altdorf might be our next stop. We found some clues in some of those letters.
You're heading to the capital. That'll be quite a trip heading south. If you will, you see her father interject. If you will permit me this favor, allow me to cover your travel expenses. It is the least I can do for saving my life.
It is appreciated, though I must admit it is quite ironic. We came here investigating you under the orders of von Kaufmann.
He thought I stole from him.
Unfortunately, that is the case. However, it is very clear now that is not.
I may be deposed to my fair share of foul play with my beloved nemesis, but I would never stoop so low as to steal gunpowder.
Wait a minute. Did
We never
ever
actually
mention...
said.
How did you know it was gunpowder that was stolen?
I got a few weeks beforehand. I got a very strongly worded letter from your dear employer.
That makes more sense. That sounds like the kind of thing von Kaufmann would do.
Because of the place that we are in, I will not stoop to repeat what he said. But it was a very profane letter, I will say.
I don't doubt it for a minute.
Extremely colorful in language, I assume.
I think that's what he was implying there.
If you see von Kaufmann, give him a message from me. I look forward to a future opportunity for us to be tearing at each other's throats again.
And then my family wonders why I try to stay out of business.
Falco's just standing there thinking, if he had nothing to do with the gunpowder, but that still leaves the question of who did.
Oh, I think it's pretty obvious who did. I believe it was another part of the frame job. And linked with a black cowl, I'm sure his dear partner was the one that ordered the theft. Anything to be used against poor Aschenbeck here would be helpful.
Perhaps.
In all likelihood, I'd be seen as something to get out of the way. But I digress. He snaps his fingers and a couple of stewards hand you a note. Present this note to the coaches. They will ensure your safe passage and lodgings in Altdorf.
Much appreciated. And as for you, I assume you're back to work.
I am. And Von Brenner.
Yes.
Inform your dear brother that the answer is no. I will most certainly work with an Aristeo, but I will not work with the elder Aristeo.
I would be more than happy to let him know.
Wait, there are 2 Aristeos?
There's a lengthy family, but he's the younger brother. The older is Alistair.
Wouldn't that make him Von Brenner, not Aristeo?
Yeah, I think you meant to say, I will work with the Von Brenner, but I will not work with the elder Von Brenner.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. It just didn't come out right.
Brain fart.
You know what? I might be stretching for it, but do you think it's monk o'clock?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think that's perfectly fitting. Hey, Matty, what time is it?
Bum 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 bum. Ba-la-da-da. It's monk o'clock, mother.
Yeah, I had that coming. So with that said, I'd imagine you all are going to be heading to the inn and heading towards Altdorf come the morning.
Let's pack our shit. Let's get out of here.
Yep.
We've done our business here. It's time to get some rest and then head out to the capital.
All right, and with that, we are going to end it there, which means that this episode of The Enemy Within, and thus Act 2 of The Enemy Within, is now completed.
Oh wow!
Woo!
Woo.
Woohoo! So next week is Monk Mini.
Not quite. We can't do that until after the 20th. So that's not going to be for another 2 weeks.
Yeah, there's a reason, because Kate is in the process of moving, and she will not be done until after the 20th.
Well, that makes it easier considering what might end up happening next week, given BioHybrid's current circumstances.
We don't know that for sure yet.
It makes it
could be
easier.
any day.
It
could be any day. Yeah, it could be any day. Who knows?
And next week you'll be starting traveling again. But I think now is as good enough time as any to start the wrap up.
I would be more than happy to agree with you there, Mildra. That's going to do it for us here tonight on The Enemy Within. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's talk about what's happening the rest of this week here on RVTV. Tomorrow night will not be Ranger Recap. I have confirmed that there was no new episode. So, yeah, we will be doing Jackbox Party Pack tomorrow night. Hopefully all of you guys can tune in and join us for that. Have some fun. That'll be happening tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Friday, it's the WrestleCast with Matty Jay along with TWK, talking about the wrestling news of the week, and of course, your emails and comments as well. Be sure to check that out Friday at 10. Saturday, it's the Helmsman with Tony Helms and the gang playing more games online with you. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. So make sure you join him for that Saturday at 5 over on his channel. Sunday, Toku Riffs Live. Join us for a 5-episode Q Ranger Marathon. We've got some catching up to do, and who knows what surprises are going to be in store, so be sure to join us for that Sunday at 7. Monday, it's the next edition of MetroCon Live. Hopefully. Still waiting to hear back on a couple of things, but more than likely, if not, we will have something planned. One way or the other, there will be something going on Monday at 8 over on my channel. Tuesday, it's Rift Down with TWK and the crew, checking out the latest WWE SmackDown and providing their randomness like they always do. So be sure to join them for that Tuesday at 8. And then finally, next Wednesday, like we said, come back for the next episode of The Enemy Within as we head off to Altdorf and find out what adventures await us on the road. That'll be happening next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, live right here on RVTV. And of course, if you enjoyed tonight's show and you want to follow all of us along, all of our social media is located in the description below, as well as my Patreon. If you guys want to help chip in, even just $1 a month would be greatly appreciated, so please consider subscribing today. In the meantime, we want to thank you guys for joining us as always. On behalf of our DM, Mildra the Monk.
My name is Mildra. I'm your gaming monk. Stay fucking frosty, everybody.
On behalf of Lady K.
I forgot to hit the button.
Whoops.
Anywho, so 3 weeks running, I've missed streaming on Tuesday. I'm trying to make up for it on Thursdays, all things considered. I will be doing the same tomorrow night. We are probably going back to Horizon Zero Dawn tomorrow night because Skyrim's just pissing me off too much.
Yeah.
So, that being said, I will see you guys roughly, hopefully at 6 p.m. I've got some errands I've got to do after picking Jane up tomorrow afternoon. So, if not 6, then it'll be 7, and I'll be going up until we start Jackbox. But otherwise, I'm Lady K, and I will catch you on the flip side.
On behalf of BioHybrid,
I'm BioHybrid, and at 5 p.m. tomorrow we're going to be streaming some Halo Reach on Tony's channel. This is BioHybrid saying, shine on, you crazy diamonds.
on behalf of Mike Shell,
This is Mike to remind you to believe in Fez mode.
and on behalf of Matty Jay.
Fuck the Fed. Fuck the revival. Fuck the Nick channel. And
Fuck it all.
think about it. Yeah.
Fuck the Witch Hunter.
Fuck the Black Cowl. And anybody else I'm missing?
No, we're good.
Oh yeah. Fuck Tiger Woods.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Okay.
Make it a random George Carlin reference. How professional
I was
wrestling
making a
support you.
random Robin Williams reference, but sorry.
Fuck no! 18 fucking times! Help pro wrestling support your independent promotion as soon as possible.
These are the people I work with, ladies and gentlemen, on the Shades, and we'll see you guys next time. Rock on! Special thanks to Eric Vaughn and Cure You Crimson for their Patreon donations. Donate today so you can keep these streams going.